so I get audio. Action! ST3, take 4.
And so because of what they heard, they don't want to have anything to do with Jesus. Because they don't know the real Jesus, because they haven't taken the time to read and study and know the Jesus of the Bible in order to initiate with them.
On this 4th day of February, in the year of our Lord 1994, we, the world sector leaders, issue this proclamation. We place before each true disciple the unanswered and most ancient of Christian challenges, the completion of the Great Commission. We affirm and assert that Jesus' last command to 11 faithful disciples was to evangelize the world in their generation. Obeyed by the apostles, this guiding command extends to each succeeding generation, yet has not been accomplished again for almost 2 millennia. As God's modern-day movement, the time is now for each true disciple to go far beyond any feat of faith or deed of daring witness to this hour. In this proclamation, we issue such a challenge.
Service here in Pittsburgh was at Station Square at the Sheraton Hotel, and it was a great day for the church, obviously, because it was the beginning, and we were all excited to see. Also, all our friends came from the church in Philadelphia to support us. I got to see all those singles that we left then, and some of the campus students that came, and it was also a good time for disciples from other cities that had their families living here in Pittsburgh to bring them out. So we had a lot of people there, and that really helped us to have a vision of what Pittsburgh could be like several years from then. So I was excited about that. And from then, I mean, the week after the inaugural, we were not as many. All our friends had left. Some of their families didn't come, but we had to go back to reality of like, well, that's the vision, what it could be like, but it's gonna take a lot of work, a lot of faith, a lot of trust in God to get that big, to get to that size that can inspire more people and really help them to see that we are a church, because when we came, we were only 16.
I was young, I knew everything. She a punk who rarely ever took advice. Now I'm guilt-stricken, sobbing with my head on the floor, stopping baby's breath and a shoe full of rice. No, can't be held responsible, 'cause she was touching her face. I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. My best friend took a week's vacation to forget her. This girl took a week's worth of Valium and slapped him. Now he's guilt-stricken, sobbing with his head on the floor. Thinks about her knowing how he never really wept, he said. Can't be held responsible, 'cause she was touching her face. I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. Tried to wash our hands of all of this. We never talk of our lack in relationships and how we're guilt-stricken, sobbing with our heads on the floor. We fell through the ice when we tried not to slip, we'd say it. Can't be held responsible, 'cause she was touching her face. And I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we again. I don't know who I am or what I'm gonna do. Been so long, I've been hopelessly confused. This can never really end. It's infinitely sad. Can someone tell me when something good became so bad? So if you have a cure to me, would you please send a picture of my life with a letter telling how it should really be instead? The precipice is there, but will I ever dare throw myself in the sky? So at last I can die. See, I've become a man. Oh, it's nothing too dear. Who will mind if I just disappear? This can never really end. It's infinitely sad. Can someone tell me?
Yes, I do.
It became so bad. So if you have a cure, please send a picture of my life with a letter telling how it should be.
But if you want to know the truth about it, come on, girl, just get in the top. I'm just love you. So that I can live my whole life with you.
Your family, you're not going to get near. You are not going to hurt them. How about you? Do you protect people around you? Are you willing to take a stand? Are you willing to overcome fear? To take a stand and protect those you love. Hey, you'll never know what love is until you're willing to take a stand. Really stand.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm Tom McMahon, and I was baptized July 23rd, 1995. I was met by Dale Sterling. Who's with
I was met by my husband, Tom. Leslie Van Instruct. Plug in there for him. On February 13th, 1996.
Oh, we were the first married couple baptized
I think what inspires me about getting married in the kingdom is not just actually the wedding, but just even everything leading up to the wedding. The point of dating and then the engagement, they're all special moments, and then it seems like the high point is the wedding. And to me, just looking at weddings in the kingdom compared to even some of the other weddings in my family in the world, it just seems like there's so much more genuineness, more love, one love for God and then each other, and just a more sense of a joy, because it's not easy dating and being engaged in the kingdom. I mean, we definitely have a standard we live by, and I think just even getting to that point of being married in the kingdom. And I think personally I've enjoyed just being a part of a lot of weddings and just having the honor of coordinating so many weddings and from the beginning to end, and just being a part of a lot of the sisters' lives and helping them to make their day very special. That's been a great opportunity for me, and I'm just really glad that a lot of sisters have asked for my help and used me in that way.
Make his face shine upon you and give you peace. It is my pleasure to now present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Tobias Wilson.
February 2003, Henry Crete wrote his letter just expressing a lot of concerns and things that he felt was wrong with the system of the church. And from that time, a lot of people agreed, some disagreed, but it just then caused this whole array of doubt and uncertainty, and just the whole structure of our church basically has been being looked at, and the so-called rules and why we do things and how we do things were being looked at. And through that, specifically here in Pittsburgh, we just really been searching on how to do things, not following man but following God, but then also to keep some type of order to help people still learn, help people to be accountable.
A little girl and her mama live alone after daddy went out and trusted him by some smokes and never up to those words. Too proud parents to be, watch as their baby's heartbeat fades like a candle in the wind. A righteous man is standing in line when a robbery breaks out, and that man he tries to stop. For his convictions he died.
My little baby's growing up.
It's a boy? cat's out the bag? No. Your cat's out the bag?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know they were pregnant?
No.
You didn't know?
So you guys are pregnant?
No, you didn't know.
No. Did you tell me? How would I know?
Uh-oh, he's filming it. It's gonna get out the bag real fast.
So tell me that again.
America is pregnant.
I heard the baby's heartbeat today, but I heard it was the second time, but it was very clear. It was like really fast.
Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it make it so real?
Yeah, it does. I think it's gonna be a girl.
Is it? Do you guys already know?
No.
We get spooned up. One more time. This is the night before Christmas. They don't open their house. Nor a creature but stirring. Not even a mouse. Not even a mouse.
We're simple Shire folk, really.
You're going to kneel down. Wait, when I tell you. Do not touch the king, or you will be dishonored and cast out of the kingdom forever.
Are you shaking?
It's cool. Kneel.
Kneel?
Kneel before me. You will kiss the ring of your king to show him honor and show him that you are committed to him. Ready? Kiss. Kiss? No? Okay. Now you can see your king.
I'm seriously nauseous. I'm nauseous.
Zip the lip. Alright. Kiss.
Ow!
Now you may see your king.
Stable video.
That is vomit. That is like sinful. We have crossed the line of sin.
Who's in sin here? What about him?
Oh, stop.
Kiss the ring of your king. Now you may observe your king. Everyone here, kiss the king.
I don't know.
Is that everybody? Hey, is that everybody? You actually kiss him.
Oh, yes.
So these are some of the aspects of just setting the stage of maturity is essential. It's not an optional. We can't remain immature. And that doesn't mean that you have to be where everybody is, but we are mature. We're either moving forward or regressing. It's kind of like being on that escalator.
Happy birthday to
I don't know if I can get all those. At least 50 more. At least 50 more, Roy. At least 50 more. I don't have to blow it out 50 times.
The walls came tumbling down as far as a newfound freedom in a sense, or structure, and sort of like a shake-up of like the snow globes. We're being shooken around, everything is floating around, and you know, we're just seeing where everything settles. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well, his tent had been earlier. That's why he had first built an altar. Yeah, Abraham called it.
6 a.m. day after Christmas. I throw some clothes on in the dark and smell of coal, car seat is freezing, the world is sleeping, I am up the stairs to her apartment. She is balled up on the couch. Mom and Dad went down to Charlotte. They're not home to find us out. And we drive. Now that I've found someone, I'm feeling more alone than I ever have before.
Yeah. I found a babysitter.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's after the welcome.
They call her name at 7:30. I pace around the parking lot.
We worked in God in Pittsburgh. Say what? Well, no, I said the earth and sea. So we don't have the sea, but we can see the earth. The earth is right.
Can't you see? It's not me you're dying for. She's feeling more alone. Goodbye. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. She's a breaking, I'm drowning slowly.
Hey, babe. Hey, you know, I was just talking with Julia. She told me that Taisha's water broke.
As weeks went by.
But if the water's starting to come out, she has to deliver in 24 hours, doesn't she?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Driving back to her apartment. For
Okay.
the moment we're alone.
Okay.
She's alone, and I'm alone. Now I know it. She's breaking up, drowning slowly off the coast, and I'm headed nowhere. She's breaking up, drowning slowly.
So here's 30, and here's 73. You can just take 73 all the way, and here's the Ross Bridge.
Yeah.
Across the bridge, and then you're taking 95, I guess it's 95 south. Just
second.
Yeah, and then you get on this is 676,
676
and then this is 76.
76, okay.
It's pretty
That's
easy.
perfect.
It's Mary Beth.
I had the baby, Michael. You remember? Well, Kima wants some of hers. He wanted
Okay,
you
yeah.
guys to get
Come,
some of
oh, how beautiful her coloring is.
her color's coming in.
Oh, isn't she so beautiful? Aww. We already knew that, but her hair's all, you know, I mean, I saw her when she just came out, so.
so incredible. If you want to be like Jesus, I recommend marriage. And Greg, you know that, man, it calls you out of your comfort
he's
zone.
married to church, I guess.
Yeah, he's married. Yeah, that's right. And he's got to deal with us and bear with us, and man. So
no divorce.
Hear that? Good.
There's so many ups and downs that comes with being a disciple, but I think this is how God sifts out the hearts of people who are really committed. And just because you have a discouraging time that might last a week, it could even last a year. I mean, you look at how long it took the Israelites to cross the desert. I mean, just because you have a bad spot doesn't necessarily mean that you have to throw in the towel and call it quits. So my biggest advice would be like, hey, for every day that the sun shines, there also has to be a day that rains. So I've just rode this roller coaster and made it fun, made it exciting, and I would just encourage them to do the same thing.
By glory and fire, and now I've found the greatest love of all is mine. Since you laid down your life, the greatest sacrifice.
I wanted to make movies since I was 5 years old. I remember playing with a bunch of my Star Wars figures one day, and it kind of dawned on me. I'm playing with these toys, staging these adventures, but there's actually adults getting paid to do this with real people. What do you call someone who makes movies? I asked my father. A producer, he told me. He didn't say director. I remember that specifically, which makes sense because in the era he grew up in, the 50s and the 60s, auteur theory was still in its infancy. Later, I don't know how old I was, but I remember going downstairs into our basement and pulling out the P volume of the encyclopedia and looking up producer and reading all about what they did. From the first page, I was hooked. And of course, you know encyclopedias. From there, it said something like see director, and editor, and cinematographer, etc. So I just looked up all of them and read as much as I could. I don't know how many hours I spent in those encyclopedias, but after that, I knew with certainty that one day I would be making movies.
I was getting ready here. I better get in motion here.
Is it sound too?
Yeah, it's sound.
Well, I'm getting ready to go to church. Greg and I, here it is on October 31st, Sunday, October 31st. Time is probably around maybe 10:30. I'm not sure of the time. And I'm getting ready for church. Greg's laid out a towel, washcloth, soap for me. I'm getting underwear out here. And I've got my toiletry bag here. I've got to get in there and I've got to shave. And Greg and I have been talking about an hour or so. I've got to find my shoes. Here's my shoes. And what else do I have here? Oh, I got some things for Greg here. I forgot, Greg. Greg.
Yes.
These jeans are for you.
Oh, thanks.
Washed them. They should fit you. Got them from the same place I got these at the same time. This is a top for you. Never been worn. Pulled the tag off.
Okay.
And that's yours too.
Thanks.
And these are for you. You might want to save these for when you're on your honeymoon. Silk pajamas.
Oh, thank you.
And then these are for you also. Silk. Since you're the man that introduced me to boxer shorts, silk boxer shorts. Officially silk boxer shorts.
All right.
I need to borrow a Bible for church. One of your Bibles that carries me into church.
There you go.
And the moment we've all waited for. The first time in public. Would you please stand? Mr. and Mrs. Gregory and Lil Kareem Allen. That will lead us in a prayer.
Fourscore and 7 years ago. It was the night before Christmas. It was the best of times, it was the worst of wrong. Gosh, you know, I'm just at a loss for words here, but I can say that this is definitely an encouraging time. The moment that both of you have been waiting for your entire life is right here. God has made it all possible. All the smiling faces, all the different people that have come so far, all just to encourage you and to share in this special moment. We're all just very honored to be here. And if this was a movie, the opening credits have all been finished, and now the movie really begins. And I just know that it's going to be a movie of encouragement, of joy, and have a fantastic, fantastic finish. Okay? And just raise our glass and toast. Cheers.
Yeah.
Should let my dad get it too. See behind us?
brought it out and get anything. With the rest of the water.
What's up? I'm thankful for an opportunity to just share. But I just want to say that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my son praying for me, preaching for me, and teaching me whenever he could. I would not be here today. I would not have known to look for the church, the DC church. I would not have known to look for it. I just wanted to say that he became a disciple in 1994, and he's been preaching to me for 6 years. Amen. He never gave up. Dad, you're in sin. You got to get out of that. You never. Amen. Come on. And if you have a loved one out there, a parent, and since I'm a parent, I just would encourage you to continue to speak the word to them. And as I've been taught, let your life match your doctrine.
Okay, guys, just one practical thing. When you get in there, just sit down on the bottom, stretch your legs straight out, just like you were sitting in the tub. Hold your nose with one hand and hold the wrist with the other hand. And then they're just going to lay you back. One person will hold your knees, the other person will lay you back. Nice and easy, nice and slow. And that way you get all the way under, wash all that sin away, and be reborn. Come on. Greg, you want to go first? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, Muhammad, you can,
The water, right?
Nice and slow, all the way under. Amen.
Yeah, I'm sure. Louis. I don't want to get the rest. It's been a while since I saw you. Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, Greg. Louis. It's like the Godfather. That's what he said. He's going with the Latin.
How are you? It's been a very, very long time.
Yes, yes.
Greg, I think I'm going to get number 15.
What do you get?
I figured I'd stay late to rest my boss tonight. Make up for
He's going to have his own reality show like you're fired.
What's a tamale? Where's the feather? I don't know. Pancho! Pancho Villa!
I just wanted to say thank you everyone for coming to celebrate Greg's birthday. I know that the most important thing to him is spending time with his friends, and you are all his dear friends. And this is the best I mean, he didn't even tell me this, but I just know him, that the best birthday present to him is just being able to be with his friends. And I know it's kind of hard because it's a big room and there's a lot of people. I mean, we can't all sit next to Greg. I'm not even sitting next to him. But that's mainly because of him. But yeah, but
Yeah, Louis.
But I wanted to pick kind of an informal, casual place where we can kind of just be ourselves and all that. But thanks so much for coming. I know a couple people wanted to share. It doesn't have to be like everybody shared or anything like that, but anyone who has anything burning on their heart that wants to share it, encourage Greg. I'm going to take the floor though and go first. Because I love my husband. And
Well, thank you, Mary Beth, too. Before you get started, thank you for putting all this together. Thank you very much.
Thanks for picking up the bill, too.
No problem. I think I might be able to pick up everybody's tip, but if you guys can tip, go ahead. No, I'm serious. You guys, if you guys have the extra bucks, go ahead. But I am going to make sure that the waiter and waitress have been compensated well. So. Yeah. Amen. But anyway, honey, I just want to wish you a happy 31st birthday. Enjoy your youth, honey. Enjoy those 30. You have so many more than I do, but anyway. But honey, you know I love you very much, and there's so many things that I appreciate about you. Let's see, I'll try to name a few. You're a lot of fun. You're my best friend. Definitely, it's been a great 4 years being married to you, and you know, I just wanted to do something that would encourage you.
Definitely encourage.
That's good, and just keeps getting better every year, and never a dull moment with Michael. Michael, say happy birthday, Daddy. Say happy birthday.
So, I got your little card here. Thanks. And I spend a lot of my time in the thrift store, so I found a little something for your manna.
Thanks, man.
A little candle holder.
Wow. Thank you. Go ahead, Gene. Do you let me have it?
I'm debating. Let me make up my mind, Greg. Thanks, Big.
It looked like I thought it was a crown at first.
Take a picture of that, please.
There you go. Thank you, man. This is great, man. It's really, it means a lot to me that you share that, Gene, because I'll be honest, I learned a lot about honesty from you.
Well, Greg, I'm just real encouraged because I feel like I've grown closer to you and Mary Beth over the past several months since you guys have kind of shepherded the campus ministry of the church. And it's been really refreshing because one thing that I noticed is that you are just like intense about the fellowship, like you're addicted to it. And I remember us all coming over to your guys' house one day for like house church or whatever. We ended up staying there like hours and hours and hours. Like it was just the most awesome experience. It was real fellowship, and I appreciate that. It's changed my perspective of how I view the church, and I appreciate deep conversations with you. I mean, they make a lot of people feel very uncomfortable, and I appreciate that because I'd rather feel uncomfortable and know the truth. So that's something I really appreciate about you. And just having gone to Somerset and Johnstown and being a part of that together has been really encouraging. Just the rides up and talking about spiritual stuff or whatever. It's just been really encouraging. And I appreciate your leadership. I just think it's been natural and just caring and loving, and you never lord it over people. You're the easiest person for me to just come talk to if I have an issue. And I appreciate that about you. I think that, you know, you're definitely destined by God to be in the position that you're at. And I'm very encouraged. Like, wrote in your card, like, if I could choose a biological brother, like, I'd choose you. Because you just, I mean, you're just very encouraging to me. You remind me of an older brother, and it's just been a very encouraging friendship for me. So, happy birthday. I love you very much, and just encouraged to be here.
Happy birthday, Greg. But like, this is actually kind of like an honor for me to be here, just to help celebrate Greg's birthday with you. Because like, I just remember you studying the Bible with me, and like, and I look to you kind of as like a father in faith. Because I just like, I feel that like a lot of conviction that you instilled in me helped me get to this point, helped me get this far, helped me go through like the sickness, this staying strong in faith, and I owe that to you, and I owe a lot of my like faith to you, and like it's just like I just always look up to you because I always appreciate just your honesty, like just your ability just to make people rethink their faith in God and to try to call people higher.
When Greg had presented the idea of disciple doesn't necessarily equal Christian, which doesn't necessarily equal saved, I had to rethink what I had been teaching over the past 4 years or 5 years.
Clearly the term Christian has its uses. What I'm saying is when you say it's equivalent, you're saying that everything that a Christian is that 1 plus 1 equals 2. That means that 2 and 1 plus 1 are equally interchangeable. Christian and disciple are not equally interchangeable because disciple has certain uses in the Bible that Christian couldn't have. There's no way you could have called certain followers of Jesus in the New Testament Christians.
And it bothered me, and I felt like I needed to wrestle through it.
I got a little different agenda being here.
Uh-oh.
I'm waiting for him to make that big movie and take care of me. You know, I know he has a lot of talent, and he's a great visionary. He's an excellent writer, and every time we talk, I guess we do more laughing than talking. And I think it's just a matter of time before we all see Greg having an impact on the big screen and making his mark in film and in writing and in any art really that he chooses to go after. You have the talent, and being that you're 31 now.
At the time.
Yeah, being that you're 31 now, I think that I've seen you grow. When Greg first came to Pittsburgh, I had the privilege of living with him because I lived with his cousin, Brian Kellen, his first cousin. He and we went to school together, so Greg came off of the airplane with a briefcase, and inside that briefcase he had Ben-Hur, the movie, Star Wars, the Bible, several other books, and I had a dry erase board in the apartment, and Greg began to diagram all the music and Ben-Hur and the opening as we watched the movie and the whole bit. So I was extremely impressed with all of his vision. And now to see his son and his family this many years later, I have to tell you, it's truly a blessing. So I wish you continued success, and don't forget about me when you get out there on the West Coast.
Oh man, I can't forget about you.
Yeah. Perfect.
He took the 3 disciples to the mountain. His countenance was modified, his clothing was aflame. Two men appeared, Moses and Elijah came, they were at his side. The prophecy, the legislation spoke of whenever he would die.
And basically 5 years worth of filmmaking would be lost.
Then there came a word of what he should accomplish on the day. Then Peter spoke to make of them a tabernacle place. A cloud appeared in glory as an accolade. They fell on the ground. A voice arrived, the voice of God, the face of God covered in a cloud. What he said to them, the voice of God, the most beloved Son. Consider what he says to you, consider what's to come. The prophecy is put to death, is put to death, and so will the Son.